Welcome to Debate Me Now. We're talking about going back to college in the fall of 2020 and COVID-19's impacts on our academic time in college. Personally, I think as long as we're following guidelines, and mind you, these are kind of changing with the times, but I think it's okay if we go back to school. I think kids are kind of in the situation where they should be together, and even trying to be safe, we still end up seeing each other, and being away from the elderly is kind of the best spot that kids can be in.
Yeah, I definitely agree, at least for college students. Especially for myself, I'm a bio student and I have to do a lot of labs, which can't really be done online, and I'm not learning good enough online. And if we don't go back in the fall, then it's not the same education, and it really doesn't make sense for us also to be paying the same amount, but that's for a different debate. But I think we need to be able to go back to get the education we're paying for, and that's just that on that.
No, I totally agree. I know personally I've been emailing my dean of students because I'm wondering about restrictions. And mind you, if tuition isn't reduced, if we're going to go back online, I don't think paying an out-of-state tuition rate is going to be worth it for the quality of education that's coming from, my computer screen. But restriction-wise, I think like the lecture halls might be cut in half. Maybe no sports events, social restrictions around partying and things like that. But I think we could go back.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I heard about UCLA doing their optional optional coming back in the fall. So it's like people who are like immune deficient and stuff can still do online, while like people who are gonna be fine can still come to school, which I think is a really good idea. And I also think like trying to reduce the amount of people in a big space is good, and I think that's possible for us to be able to go back, and I definitely think we shouldn't be off.
Realistically, I think me and you are going to be kind of in the clear after completing our first year there. I worry, though, what's going to happen when new freshmen, the class of 2024, gets on campus, whether or not the university-funded housing is going to remain open, if restrictions are going to be surrounded between multiple people per dorm or bathrooms, dorms are just a cesspool for germs and sicknesses. So definitely some restrictions are going to have to be made for coronavirus as well.
Yeah, it's really tricky with that kind of stuff because, where I live in Isla Vista, it's like the apartments are just as close as what a dorm would be. So it's like if you're gonna separate the dorms, and you're letting all these people just stay, it's not gonna help really. But it's hard to just decide what can really help. But all in all, I just think that Corona, we have to be able to go back in order to get our education, and